Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. And if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. There are some urgent things that we got to talk about, Serpents. We got to talk about them now. We can't wait until tomorrow. Let's go. Tension intensifies as the SEC slams Ripple's defendant motion with a partial opposition response. So we're going to start off with this, and then we're going to go on to the other topics of today. Now, what are they talking about? The SEC continued to slug out with Ripple in the more than 2-year-old case now. In its latest filing, the regulatory has opposed Ripple's motion to seal several categories of documentations filed in connection with cross motions for summary judgment. Now, the SEC states in the January 9 partial opposition that many documents Ripple proposes to redact from public scrutiny are too essential. The documents will play a key role in summary judgment and hence cannot overcome the presumption of public access, the SEC noted. Of course, it is a war between the two of them. We know that there is a lot on the line for both parties. I mean, Ripple, which stands firm on making sure that the entire industry gets what it wants, which is legal clarity or regulatory clarity as more precise. And on the SEC, on the other hand, really can come out second best in more than one way. Losing the case, looks bad on them. But more importantly, depending on the type of loss, they could also lose the opportunity to go after future crypto projects, go after Ethereum, go after whoever they want next. So there is a lot on the line here, Serpents. We're talking about $1 billion case. We're talking about a case that we will talk about this for many years to come. 10 years from now, we will talk about 2023 and the outcome of this case. That's how intense this is. This is big time. This is not a joke. Now, while the ruling is not set yet, they still do have a fighting chance, the SEC. I'm not naive in saying, this is a definite. You've heard me never use the word definite win. We are looking good. If you look at the case, if you look at the notes, without putting any emotion to it, it looks like a Ripple win will come through. Now, again, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just interpreting the information set in front of me, and it does look good. It looks real good for Ripple. So have I lost any passion or motivation or interest in Ripple coming out on top? No, far from it. I think this will be a win. But there are still some challenges to be overcome. And of course, the SEC is going to make it as hard as possible on us, but rightly so. It's $1 billion case. There is a lot on the line. Now, we've had a lot of talk about a buyback. There is a lot of traction on this story in the media. And when I say media, I mean social media, right? I mean your Facebooks, your Instagrams, your TikToks especially, and on YouTube as well. There is talks about a buyback. Now, there's now another narrative as well. So XRP can't be confiscated by government. Peter Schiff urges to sell BTC. SHIB returns surges. So what he's talking about here is very important. He says, after dispelling rumors about a government buyback of XRP, Matt Hamilton, Ripple's former director of developer relations, has taken to Twitter to refute yet another speculation circulating within the crypto community. This time, it concerns a possible confiscation of the XRP token by the government. In his recent Twitter thread, Hamilton names 3 reasons why such a scenario is impossible. First, XRP is decentralized and cannot be seized without forcing a key holders. Second, if the government needs a token for its own use, it'd be easier to create its own crypto. Third, if the government wants to prevent others from using XRP, it would kill the token's value and utility, and XRP would be replaced by a fork. So, look, social media is very good at creating rumors, gaining traction on them because, 2 people start to believe in it, then 4, then 12, then 100, then 1,000 people. And then before you know it, people start sharing it, tweeting it, and, it goes viral. The buyback, I've never bought into it. Like, I got to be honest with you, Serpents. It's a fairy tale for me that if it ever were to come true, I'd be like, okay, well, thanks very much. Provided that it's at the right price for the token. So I've never bought into that. As you can tell, I don't even talk about it that much, apart from me saying that I don't believe in it. I haven't done too much research into it because I don't believe in that stuff. I just don't. Again, it's not financial advisor. I'm not financial advisor. If it does happen, we'll address it when and if that were to occur. Now, governments confiscating, nah, that's not going to happen either. I just don't see it happening, right? And why would they? Why would they? It doesn't make any sense at all. I would love to know your thoughts in the comments around these topics. Now, Crypto Lawyer makes sensational predictions. We spoke about this and we touched up on it, saying that, there will be a case of settlement or a win. An exchange, maybe more than one, is sued for selling unregistered securities. Investigation into SBF fraud meetings uncovered. Gensler resigns. That would be pretty awesome if those things do come through. Let's see what the year brings. We are now coming up to the middle of the first month of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, the year will pass very, very quickly. So you got to be disciplined. You got to put in the hard work. You got to put in the effort. You got to put in the time. Before you know it, we will blink and it will be December 2023. So what I ask of you is be disciplined, set some goals, put them on paper, look at them daily, go after them. And if you find yourself not surrounded by the right people to get these goals done, then change where you are. You are not a tree. Move, because you don't want to get to, say, halfway through February and start to think, oh, you know what, like, it looks like it's going to be same shit, different year. You do not want to get there. So think about your circle, think about how you speak to yourself, and get some shit done this year. Get it done and change the circle if necessary. Now, the tokens and the Flare launch and, the price dropping and all that. Look, it's been really, really interesting to watch it. Like typical airdrop, price plummets. No coincidence there. But I will be keeping you an eye on it, and I will be making this week a video just on Flare and what the opportunities are, how we can stake it, what the benefits of that are. It's going to be pretty cool. Now, first quarter looks interesting for Ripple. It does look interesting. I mean, we've had a good start to the year. Obviously, with the price, the market is up at the moment. But be patient, serpents, because I think it's a fake pump, and I don't really see the main reasons why we've had it. $600 million of shorts have been liquidated during these couple of days, just because they weren't expecting the market to have such an uplift. So very, very interesting times indeed. And yes, it has been a big week in crypto. Gala 100% up, Aptos 94% up, Solana 72%, Decentraland 61%, Helium 50%. With Zilliqa 47%, Phantom 42% for the week. It's been pretty awesome, right? It's been pretty awesome. When you think that a hedge fund works on 12 to 14% a year. And you can get 72%, 94%, 100% in 7 days in crypto. The opportunities are there, but remember, it is the riskiest asset of them all. So please only play what you can afford to lose, and always have a strategy. Always. Now let's take a listen at this, because this is pretty interesting stuff.
So Ripple and XRP actually did solve a problem, right? And we talked a lot about blockchain at the time as having problem-solving potential. But Ripple actually solved the problem. And that problem was improved interbanking messaging. Their bridge tokenized currency, the idea of changing one token from another, really gave blockchain their start as a financial services product. It was the fastest on the market. Transactions were settled much more quickly. It was eco-friendly. It didn't have the overheads that came with the proof of work system. It provided, as a kind of bridge currency, the liquidity to change currencies amongst each other, and the ability to run private sidechains. This earned it the nickname of the banker's coin, and that kind of made a lot of people not want to look at it, because the whole point and premise of crypto anarchy was, let's get rid of the banks. So a lot of people were just quick to dismiss Ripple because they just saw it as something that this is the banker's technology, but actually it was a problem that had been solved, and that problem was in banking. Upgrading these interpayment processing systems like SWIFT, which institutions use to move money between each other. They have a kind of four-eyed process. There's a lot of overhead in SWIFT and SWIFT Alliance Lite. The Ripple token and payment processing solved this problem, and Santander utilized it through something called OnePayFX. And actually, the institutions themselves became the very first target market for what this technology would change. And the institutions realized this. They realized we're at risk unless we could become obsolete unless we begin to innovate on blockchain, because somebody else will innovate on blockchain, realize that we are dinosaurs in terms of how money markets and money positions move, and they will not use us anymore. And that's kind of what happened really with the Ripple and the SEC, is that they ended up replacing a core part of the financial backbone of the planet, and thus that threatens institutions and brings institutions, wrath essentially to the table.
Very, very, very interesting points, very valid points indeed. So for me, I think it's really, really fascinating. Fascinating the way that he explained that, and yeah, look, I mean, of course they're scared. The legacy systems are scared of what is coming. It's super, super exciting what's coming, because the problem that is solved and the amount of savings that this technology provides compared to the legacy systems, yeah, it's a problem to them. A very, very, very big problem. Who will win? Who will win? And more importantly, how far are the legacy system owners willing to go to make it a hard time for Ripple? As you can see, the SEC case over 2 years now, they are trying to make it as hard as possible, but this is something that they will not win. Again, it's not financial advisor, not financial advisor. I think Ripple will come out on top, and I've always said that Ripple is the Amazon of the crypto industry. Very, very, very exciting times indeed. Now, Serpents, it has been great. Yes, we're up, numbers are in green, but I'm still looking at that potential drop before we really, truly begin to go up. So it could look something like this, right? I mean, we could even be touching anywhere between even up to as close as 55 cents, but then at some stage we will drop and then continue to go up. So be on the lookout for this. Remember this, a dollar cost averaging if you're not too sure, if you don't feel comfortable with where the market is going at the moment, or sometimes it's better to sit back and wait if you don't feel 100% comfortable. But once we do begin to go up, it's going to be absolutely legendary, and I'm going to be with you every single step of the way. Now, if you did enjoy today's video, then don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you. Look forward to see you on the next one.